Hello, everybody. Hello to all people watching me live and all the people who are going to watch the replay afterwards. Welcome to this quick live stream in which I'm going to show you around the Ecolinguist Academy. If you're here, you know what I'm talking about because you have been invited to watch this stream as an Ecolinguist insider or a contributor. So thank you for being here. As you know, I've been working on the Ecolinguist Academy for the past few months, and I'm ready to kind of invite you in, show you around, and explain the project to you a little bit in a little bit more details. And I'm glad to see Claudio and Moritz here today, so watching me live. If you guys have any questions while I'm showing you around, just let me know. And maybe just to quickly let you know what Ecolinguist Academy is. It's a website that I created for the Ecolinguist channel community. So the Ecolinguist channel has been very popular among language nerds, and we have made so many interesting language videos together. Also thanks to your support as Ecolinguist insiders, and it's been amazing, but I feel like we didn't have a space to connect on a deeper level, because on YouTube things just come and go, and there is lots of distractions, and we can't really focus on getting to know each other better and focus on language learning. That's why I created this site. A few months ago when I was showing that to you, it was like it didn't have any shape, but this time it does look much better. So the website is live, however, it has not been officially opened yet. That means that you are one of the first people that are going to see what's going on. There are already some people that signed up or have been working on the site as my Polish students, and some people from Discord, but it has not really been very active because, as I said, this is not officially opened yet. We are still testing things out, and you as an Ecolinguist insider hopefully will be able to help with that, and you will be able to give me feedback, what you like about it. Basically the website is already here, so and it's live, as I said, so you can easily just go there and check it out by yourself. That's what it looks like. I want this space to be about language learning, but also language discovery, because that's what the YouTube channel is about as well. It's about language discovery. We are discovering so many minority languages, endangered languages that we have never heard about before. So I want the Ecolinguist Academy to be about that as well. However, before we actually get into minority languages and endangered languages, I think we need to focus on building up the community, because the more people we have in the community interacting, doing things, the more we will be able to do for endangered languages, for example. This is like in the future, hopefully we will reach there. But for now, I just want to bring people in, and the inspiration that you have been for me through the live shows that we've been doing together, this inspired me to create this. site, this space. It's kind of like a Discord community that we already have, and it works and it functions, but it's not the same because Discord is run mostly by volunteers and anyone can join. This community, I want it to be a closed group. So we have maybe less people, but people who are genuinely interested in learning together, getting to know each other. And it's not difficult to get in. And I will explain to you how to do it. Like if you go into the community option here, and you are not a member, you will be given an options how to join. But maybe before I show you the community, I just want to tell you what are the cores of the academy. What are the features that I think you're going to enjoy. So apart from the community, which is a closed community, and I will get into details how we are going to use the community spaces there are also courses that I'm currently working on, developing courses using different tools. I'm mostly focusing on Polish because that's my expertise. I know how to do it, and it's those courses, they are mostly listening exercises because that's how I like learning languages, and that's how I teach languages, through listening exercises, conversation practice, live interactions. So courses, they're here. Some of them are going to be free and some of them are going to be paid because this website obviously needs financing, and that's the kind of model that I have, that there are going to be some courses that will be paid, but the community space, it will be more accessible to basically anyone. Apart from that, we're also going to have some live lessons or live workshops run mostly by me, but also other people. At the moment, I teach Polish to my students, and I'm thinking about creating groups for students that they can sign up and practice Polish with me live. But we also think about getting Lucas on the website and maybe expand to groups that would study Brazilian Portuguese together. But those are very specific languages that I know that not all of you Ecolinguist subscribers, insiders, study those languages. Not all of you is learning Polish or Portuguese. That's why I think the most relevant and interesting for you guys would be the community space, which looks something like that. It's still work in progress, but it basically looks like a feed, maybe Facebook feed or something like that. Maybe a little bit like a Discord feed in some ways. And this is a space where we can do whatever we want, as long as it's about languages and as long as it's about languages and is relevant for the community, brings some sort of value to the community. There are language challenges. There is a language challenges community space that I created with some generated challenges. Ideally, I'd like people to share their challenges the way we would be doing in the live streams, the Ecolinguist Live. So we could keep this format going in this space after the show ended. By the way, the show will be back at some point, but first we have to create a space where we can hang out after the show as well. It's like an after show or pre-show where we can work on different challenges together, and we have like one dedicated space for that. So this is the language challenges where you can post. And already, if you're already a member or if you've been added to the community you're free to start exploring it, interacting. As I mentioned, there is not many people at the moment yet, but we have to start somewhere. So I'm kind of inviting all the most active people for now, so we can create, make this space nice and cozy for language learners. You can check out the challenges that I created myself and add your own as well. Then we have a section for language comparison. This is where we can discuss languages, compare the ways we name different things or different actions in languages that we know. I started a conversation about ticket validation, and I'm very curious about how people express that, though, this idea of validating a ticket on the bus in other languages. So you can start using and participating in this discussion and start your own as well. In this community feed, you can add multimedia as well. So you can add images, you can add recordings as well, recordings or audio files. Muszę skasować bilet. For example, something like that. So which I think is going to be very useful for sharing resources for language learning, or when people are want to help each other learn languages, and maybe they can quickly record an audio sample or read something in a language that people are studying. Yeah, we can just keep inspire each other, help each other. Yeah, Claudio already is commenting on the ticket validation. Yes. So Claudio, you're welcome to go and start chatting about that in the community space, in the Ecolinguist Academy. So we've got that. Hopefully there's going to be more and more discussions. But this community space has massive potential, but it's all up to people who are part of it. You know, I gave some ideas just to start with, but I think we will see how it's going to develop. I see my role as an animator, like a person who's going to be there making sure that things are happening there and the community is engaged. Especially at first, it's very important for the community to start kind of getting used to the new format and new way of interacting. It's different to the Discord because we don't have voice channels here. So voice channels, they can still be accessible from the Discord server, but here hopefully we will be able to organize eventually, when there is enough people. I think about organizing like language exchange events where people meet on Zoom and they go into different rooms to complete different exercises and stuff. So there will be more organized way of interacting with other members. Meanwhile, people can just use text or voice messages to talk to each other. Yeah, the language exchange group. Again, this only makes sense if we have enough people in the community to start organizing language exchanges. People can find language partners. I know it happens on the Discord server, but here we could possibly have a more focused approach. Maybe have a topic for the week that we can discuss with our language partners. But that's something that needs to be built from the ground up. So first, we have to have enough people and enough people interested in this sort of activities to start organize this focus group for language exchange. But that's the potential that it has. And also, if you see it here, actually, I should actually make it bigger for you to see it more. There are course discussions as well. So course discussions are very particular discussions for people who who have purchased a course, or they use a free course. They can have a discussion space for a particular course that they are part of. That's kind of what makes Ecolinguist Academy different in the language from other language schools or language courses, because it has the community aspect for every community space for every course that people work on. So for Ecolinguist Insiders, which is a new way of interacting with me, so eventually I think it's going to replace channel memberships and Patreon, because it's a way to support the channel, and it's basically a course in which I share what I've been working on, the types of exercises I come up with. So I think now it's a good moment to show you how the courses look like, the course player. I'm going to go to my, I think it's my profile, or just go to the start, I think. Yeah, if you go to the start, you see all the courses that you're a part of. If we go into the Ecolinguist Insiders and start working on it, that shows you this. This is like the welcome page where you see all the exercises and activities listed. And let's say we want to complete an exercise in Italian, right? We go in here, and those are the courses that I'm currently building, and they already have some substantial a number of them, but mostly for Polish, and I'm trying to translate them into other languages. But this is a good place to start this Ecolinguist Academy venture. This is a place where you, as Ecolinguist Insiders, people who care about the project and about languages, can come in, see what kind of exercises I'm working on, maybe give me feedback, maybe make your own suggestions, and we can work on those things together, so we create materials that people want to use. Let me see what I can do, if I can share that with you. The sound, the system audio. Okay, so let me just show you. This is an exercise, the listening exercise, because for me, the most important part for a language course is listening. I really want to listen as much as possible, and that comes from the original Ecolinguist format with mutual intelligibility. I want to be able to hear things, and then maybe after I've listened to it, I want to have a look at the transcription. So transcription is always optional. You can press on it to see it, but if you want to challenge yourself first and just listen to the audio first, you can just listen to it like this.
Pensi che sia troppo freddo per mangiare fuori questo pomeriggio?
Cosa? Vuoi grigliare quell'agnello che abbiamo comprato?
Era il mio piano. Non abbiamo...
Yeah, so that's an example. You can listen to it, and then you can complete the exercise. You have the answer here. This particular one is in Italian, but then there is a Portuguese version, I think, of the same. No, it's a different exercise. In Portuguese, recently I worked on a Dutch exercise. It's a Dutch listening activity. That looks something like that. So as you see, there are different formats for every exercise. And that's what I'm kind of working on. I do use AI tools, and I can talk about it more, and that's actually what the Ecolinguist Insiders would be about. It is going to be about discussing also the way I work on those materials, how I come up with ideas, and I would like to share that with you, give you the details behind the scenes, and also listen to your feedback and what you need in your language learning. Yes, so this is this is a translation of a Polish material that I created for my students, and it's in Dutch, but it is automatic translation, so I will need to have a way of checking whether the translations are correct or make sense in the languages that I don't know. But that's the communal effort that I think we can work together on and figure out how to create those materials. And I would also like to, in those courses, I would like to emphasize the mutual intelligibility aspect of it. So currently I am working with Vít, the Czech speaker that you know from Polish-Czech mutual intelligibility conversations. We are working on a set of listening exercises for Polish and Czech, for Polish speakers who want to understand Czech and for Czech speakers wanting to understand Polish. We're working out the methodology. It's also included here, for example, in this Polish-Czech mutual intelligibility course. So this is a sample of what we're working on right now. And once we kind of figure it out, which we already done quite a good job figuring it out, it's coming up pretty nice. And I hopefully will be able to adapt them to other languages. That's why when you go to the website here, to the mains, to the homepage, you will be able to see the courses. Show all courses, and there are some courses coming soon, like Dutch for speakers of Germanic languages, French for speakers of Romance languages, listening exercises. This is a format that I would like to work on, and I think it's going to be very, very interesting, and for especially for people who are familiar with mutual intelligibility. Claudio says that they have different needs. What do you mean? Okay, like this is not a bad idea. I've always found that speakers of similar language should take separate classes from people who speak a very different language. Yes, they have different needs, exactly, yes. So basically I didn't want to create just a comprehensive course for speakers, like for French speakers learning another Romance language, or a comprehensive course for French learners who already speak a Romance language, because that's a bit too much at this stage of the project. I wouldn't be able to do it on my own, so I just decided to do the listening exercises for now, to start with. And it seems to be working very well with Polish and Czech. We're having a lot of very interesting observations working on this project, and hopefully we will be able to translate those into other language families, Germanic language family and Romance language families for now. But this is down the road. Again, the courses are in development, so this video that I'm doing right now, this is not about that. This is something that we can explore once we start hanging out more in the academy, in the community space, because that's what we can be discussing, and hopefully it's going to be a fun place for language nerds to hang out. And you, as the Ecolinguist Insider, you are invited to help me kick this off. At the moment, it's kind of summer now, so I don't know exactly when I'm going to be launching the school, just because it's summer. I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence. Is it a good time to start something like that? I would like to combine it with the return of the live streams on the Ecolinguist channel, so we'll see. I'm actually very excited to share it with you guys and want to know what you think about it. Yeah, Katarina, you say that sounds nice. Yeah. So it all sounds nice, but I feel like it's in my head. It all sounds super nice and I'm very excited about it, but I'm afraid to see how it's going to work out. Is going to work out in practice, in reality. At the moment, I have Polish students that are using the site, at least the courses, the course players, and they are enjoying it a lot. But the biggest challenge right now is to create enough interesting content for learners of other languages, for speakers of other languages. And that's something that hopefully the members of the community will be able to help with. Yeah, I'm using a lot of AI tools that make my work much more efficient, but it's not just like a pure generation of, like there are some sites or places that just generate courses with one click of a button. So this is not how it works. This is much more complex and require much more like human input for it to work and to be interesting for people. So I will be talking about that. If you're interested, you can start asking questions. So I will be happy to talk about it more, how I do it. But for now, I just want you to go check out the website. And as Claudio says, maybe in September we will start learning more actively. Yes, I think September would be a good month to definitely do something more regular with languages. But I'm also very curious about how people are going to react to the project in general. So I might announce it to the public sooner than that and see what happens. But yeah, just quickly to tell you quickly how you can access it, because you as the Ecolinguist insiders, some of you already have access to it. Some of you already have access to it because you have been enrolled manually. Maybe we already talked about this. Maybe you are coming from the Discord community. Some of you are my students, my Polish students. So you have been using this platform for a while now. And for YouTube channel members and for Patreon supporters, you can access it. At the moment, you would have to. There is a way to get access to it without moving your subscription from Patreon or channel membership. Because if you want to keep supporting me financially, as you've been doing, you can just sign up with the subscription on the site. But I also want to give you a chance to have a look at it before you commit to it and before you start moving things from channel memberships or quitting Patreon. So you can just go to the site. Actually, let me show you. If you go to the site, and I have a code for you, so you can just start using it immediately. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say right now. So if you come to the main site, you will have to sign out. I need to sign out right now because I want to show you how you're going to see it when you actually arrive at my site. So when you come here, you see the site. You want to join the community, so you just click on the community, and you will see a site with info how you can access the community. So there are 3 ways to access it. One is course enrollment, so you can enroll into a course, which I don't really have at the moment any courses ready apart from Polish courses one-on-one with me that people can purchase right now. but it's coming. It's coming soon. You can subscribe to the Ecolinguist Insider subscription. So it's basically like a Patreon or channel memberships that you can just transfer over here. Or you can become an Ecolinguist contributor, which means it's for people who have been contributing into the show before. Maybe they cannot afford to support the academy, which I understand, but they want to be part of the community. They have something to contribute, like they have linguistic knowledge, or maybe they just want to bring their passion for languages, and they have already contributed to the Ecolinguist channel. They can apply. I have already invited some people who are great for this sort of community. And if you know someone that should be there, you can just let me know or have them contact me or apply here, because I'm planning to be very generous with this offer and adding people for free, just because we need the community, and I don't want it to be open. So I don't want just anyone to come in, because we have problems on Discord a lot. There are some people who don't really care about what the community is about. They just like go in just to mess around, basically, and cause troubles, and we don't want that. We want people who know what they are here for, and they are not trolls. Yes, they are not trolls. So that's why I keep it closed. And you, as an Ecolinguist insider, like a channel member or a Patreon, you can just, and if you want to transfer your support from Patreon or channel memberships here, you can go in here, subscribe, and you can put in the coupon code, which is insiders 100, and it will give you I think 6 months free membership, so you can kind of just hang out on the site and see if you want to support that or not. If you want to, if it's worth transferring your support from Patreon or channel memberships. And for this one, I believe that you would have to give your payment details, but this is not something I keep myself. It's through the payment gateway. They keep the payment details. It's Stripe. Stripe keeps it saved, and potentially, if you decide to continue, they will start charging after 6 months. But if you don't want to, if you just want to start supporting me straight away, you can just do it without the code and just transfer your support from there. But I'm giving you a chance to kind of just see what it's about. And if you have any troubles with that, or you just want to go into the site without giving the payment details, just email me and I will add you manually. So this is a faster option. But if you just want to check it out without leaving your payment details, you can just contact me directly, and I will add your email into the site. I hope I explained that well, hopefully. Yes, so that's the idea. So there are ways to join the community. Okay, and Moritz has a question. Let's see. How much percentage-wise will the content on the site be? Like 50% Polish and 50% other? So the content on the site, in terms of courses, it will start with a lot of Polish content, because that's just because those are courses that I'm testing with my Polish students right now, but gradually we'll be translating them into other languages. so they make sense. But I will have to start collaborating with other people. So, but this is about the courses. But when we talk about community spaces, any language is allowed there. So you can start generating content in the language that you want to. So it depends on the languages of the community, basically. So if you go in here and we go into community spaces, you go into language challenges, you can submit your challenges. We have some Polish, but we have Swedish, Ukrainian, Spanish, Dutch, Italian. So basically whatever people want to, whatever languages they want to interact with, they will be publishing resources here. So it all depends on the community, basically. But the community space, it's not as much about studying through courses. Community is just to create space for people from the Ecolinguist channel, the people who watch Ecolinguist channel, to have a space where they can come in and talk about their interests, like linguistic interests, share resources in different languages. Possibly we could add exercises for minority languages. So if, like Moritz, you want to create some content in North Frisian, we can host it here. So we can even create a course, free course specifically for that, where community can get to learn a little bit of that language or about that language. So this is something that I'm planning to do in a more systematic way in the future, creating like a course template that for minority languages, where we can create materials for people learning them. But those courses, I think, would be just accessible for free. That's my idea, that there are courses for main languages that require a lot of work to create, and they are like more worked on in a more systematic way, and there is more people wanting to learn them, so there is more demand for them. They would be paid. But for the minority languages, I think it would have to be a free course that volunteers could create. So basically I would be giving my platform so people could host their free courses for minority and endangered languages, just to get people interested, at least to kind of spark an interest. If someone wants to have a course that they want to be paid for, then that's just create a little bit more complication, and it's possible, I suppose, but at the moment I can't really think of that. It's just the complication of that is just too big at the moment, so I can't think about that at the moment. But I think like just providing some samples, the way we would do in a video on YouTube, so people interested could come in and maybe learn something more about the languages that they just discovered. So we could have places like that, potentially. Yeah, so that's the thing. The potential for this is pretty big. So it really depends what the community needs and want, and what we can do to support that. But it's basically a place to hang out for now. That's how it's going to start. Place to hang out for people from the Ecolinguist community, so we can get to know each other better, share resources. There is actually a resource library as well. Oops, I should actually show you that. So if you are here and you go to resource library, we can share resources for different, these could be different language families or different endangered languages that we can share resources with. So it's basically just a big library, a place where, people can obviously Google things, but if you are from the community of people who are working on conservation of a particular language. Maybe you have access to resources that are not easily reachable through Google search, right? So they could be here, like this is a Masurian language song in a Masurian language here. Yeah, so if you're interested, you can just go and check it out, how the Masurian language sounds. Let's go in here. Yes. So Moritz, okay, thanks for explaining. I think providing the minority courses for free is a good idea. We are getting paid in exposure. The problem is quality control. Yes, you see this, there is like so many other problems that could arise, that I have those visions and which ways the Ecolinguist Academy could go. But there are things like that, like quality control and generally management, how to manage all this and what kind of, and how to manage relationships with collaborators, contributors and stuff like that. This is a big thing, and this is going beyond language education. This is like business management, project management. And that's something this is not my expertise. I'm kind of learning about it as I go. I kind of, just at the moment, it's mostly based on trust. So it's, starting small steps and seeing what we can do, how far we can push this project. But that's what I want to commit to, building the community. Using AI tools is very helpful, and that's what made this possible in the first place, because it's the AI tools, they basically complement the skills that I lack. So the skills that were lack of skills that I had before, because there was no way around it. Now are kind of sorted out by the AI tools that I'm using. So that's what makes it possible. But because of the productivity, my productivity is higher, I can spend more time interacting with the community in a more direct way. And that's what kind of drives this project forward. Because I don't want just to build an academy that is like very all automated. I want to use automation, but just so we have more time to interact with real people and talking about interesting stuff. Like Moritz, you talk about papers from your studies, but you're unsure about copyright. Yeah, so that's something that would need to be kind of figured out. We can discuss it, think about what is the best way to deal with this kind of situation. Okay. Hello, Magnus. You're a little bit late. And actually, I don't really want to keep this stream for too long, just because I want it to be quite short for the people to watch the replay. I don't want them to be scared looking at, oh, Norbert went for 2 hours and we have to watch all of it. So, this kind of discussions that you and Moritz and Claudia are having right now about copyright and stuff, this is also something that we can discuss within the platform, the Ecolinguist Academy there, in the Ecolinguist Insiders discussion group, because you need to know that there are community spaces that are common spaces, like here. Those are common spaces. And there is Ecolinguist Insiders, which is for Ecolinguist Insiders course discussions, which is only for people who are insiders, so who belong to that particular course. So it's kind of a private discussion within a smaller group. Here in the public space, you have channels or spaces, I think they're called, that anyone who is working on any particular course will have access to. So this is a place, like a common room, where everybody who has something to do with Ecolinguist Academy will be able to interact with each other. And those course discussions are like more focused groups for people who are interested in a particular topic, particular language. They're working on a particular course. And the Ecolinguist Insiders is also here, so we can discuss that. If we actually, I'm going to show you one last thing about this. So if you go to Ecolinguist Insiders and you, for example, look at the let's say like exercises for Polish speakers, you go in here. So this is Ecolinguist Insiders. You want to comment on something, so you can either comment on it in a community space, but you can also just select a particular piece and then click on the discuss. And when you click on that, this will be quoted here in the discuss tab, and you can start discussing. And once you make a comment here, you will share it, and you will be able to have your course open, and you will be able to see the course discussions that are related to this particular section or module. So you'll see other people's comments here, all the people who belong to that course. So you can either access it from here or from the main community space, where you come in here and you go into this. Yeah, so there are two ways of accessing it, and there is also a profile. So there is a profile that you can also customize according to your preferences. So if you have already created your account, you can go into edit, and then you can update your bio, you can update your photo here, you can share your social media, you can go into your social, you can change your password, and also you can select your privacy settings. So you can you have control over that as well, according to the European requirements, because this site is compliant with all the regulations, let's say. So there is that important thing to know. And now there is a question from Moritz. Why is there a price on the insider program? It's just for insiders. Yeah, the price for the insiders is there just because if people want to transfer their support from Patreon or channel memberships, it's basically like a subscription that people can buy to support the academy, but also the Ecolinguist channel, those things together. So it's an option that people can pay for it if they want to, but there are also other ways to join this community. Because as I said, you can become a contributor. Let's see real quick. It's a very good question. So if you go into here, the Ecolinguist Insiders, you can click on here and you can subscribe for $5 a month. If you want to support the academy, the development of the academy and the YouTube channel, the Ecolinguist YouTube channel, you can do it here. If you want to continue doing that, if you are a current insider, you can also apply to be a contributor. So if you have contributed to the show before, you can just apply. And I created this application form just because it's much easier because there's so many people that have contributed that I wanted to create like an easy way for people to do it, to let me know that that's them. So this is basically for people that I already know and I talked to, and we made a video together. You can read more about this here. You just need to fill in this application form, and you will get in to the Ecolinguist community. And you can also enroll into any course that is going to be released on in the academy. At the moment, there is only Polish one-on-one with me, but other courses are coming. But that doesn't give you the course enrollment. Like if you enroll into any other course, doesn't give you access to the Ecolinguist Insiders course, which is about showing the formats of exercises I'm working out, or translations of those exercises into other languages, discussion about methodologies, the tools I use to create courses, those language courses, and a general discussion about language education. That's something that is available only to people who express interest in that and pay for the subscription, because that's the value I think that people would get from the subscription of the academy. If you support the show, the Ecolinguist show, or you want to support the academy, I think you will be interested in how it's being developed, what methodologies I'm implementing, what tools I'm using. Yeah, I think this is something that has been missing from channel memberships and Patreon, because there was no focus there, basically. So people were supporting me just because they wanted to support what I do. They appreciate the work that I've put into creating the Ecolinguist channel, but there was no particular thing that I could share with all of them that would interest all of the channel members and Patreons, because everybody supported the channel for different reasons. But now there is something I'm actively working on, like this academy. So there is lots of things to talk about, think about, discuss. And I think that people will be interested in knowing how it's working. Yeah, and Moritz is just following up. I just meant that it could still attract trolls to a certain extent, while making it more difficult to get rid of them because they paid money for it. Yeah, I mean, the likelihood of a troll, paying for a subscription like that just to troll around, I think is very low. There's still certain terms and conditions on the site, like people need to behave, like in any place, any like public place, So I do reserve the right to terminate someone's subscription, if they misbehave or abuse other people, like but it's not as likely, I think. If trolls usually don't bother to pay a subscription fee just to troll around, but I might be wrong, but that's kind of my I trust in humanity. Hopefully it's going to work out. Good. So I'm glad you had some questions. If you have any more questions, just let me know. Otherwise, I will be finishing this stream now, just so, as I mentioned, other people who are going to watch the replay don't have to go through too much content. And by the way, if you're just joining, actually I already said, I already told you guys, the channel members and Patreons, how you can access the site, or how you can transfer your membership and your support into the academy. Oh, very good question, Claudio. Are you preparing any videos about language comparisons? Very good question. So at the moment, I'm not working actively on any videos. I have some videos, like old videos that I have recorded long time ago. I have them recorded, and I need to look for people to transcribe them. So I think I will be working on that. And I would like to get back into making videos, so language comparison videos. And I will, after this academy is kind of up and running and things work there, and people have place to come in and hang out, because I felt like I've been making so many videos on the YouTube channel for so many years and created so much interest in this mutual intelligibility phenomenon, but it ended there because there was no way to proceed. So there was no way to like join the community and continue studying in a more focused way, using resources and maybe buying courses that are specifically designed and to help you learn languages like this with this methodology. So I think that I need to spend time on developing that, and then I can start making videos. So when people discover the channel again, and also people who already forgotten about the channel, but they will see new videos, they will come and they will join the community. So we can continue having connection. You know, not I don't want people just to come to the channel, watch the video, and just disappear and forget about it, and because there is no way to proceed or to connect people further. So it worked to some extent, of course, through Discord, but I think it's better than Discord in the way that it's more organized, more focused, and the courses that I'm developing, and you saw the snippets of it. You know, if you go into the Ecolinguist Insiders course, you will see more examples. I think it's going to be very interesting to have something material, even though it's virtual, but it's like something tangible, even virtually tangible, to work on. That we kind of have something that we can work with. Yeah, I hope I answered that question. Yeah. Okay, guys, so thank you so much. If you have any further questions, ask them in the comment sections, but ideally in the community section there, because I posted that in the common room, so you can continue discussing it under the post with this live stream in the Ecolinguist Academy. So thank you so much, everybody. I will see you around in the academy. See you in the academy. Bye.